Hey again, thank you for getting to know me. Thank you. Now you're beginning to understand what I have formatted as far as the initial introduction. I've done this chronologically. Thank you. Thank you for understanding me. You're getting to know me better. Now I'm bringing it up to 2012. Okay? I'm going to do this specifically as to today. Okay? And this, I understand, highly talented. It's very healthy what I'm doing here. Run it by anyone. None of this. Medical. I'd like to know. I understand very healthy. And you're going to understand me very well from this point. First off, let me touch upon this real quick. I'm doing today specifically. It's Sunday, October 7th. Okay? Now, let me share with you. You're getting to know me. I was up last night to 6:30 in the morning. I'm usually up at 5 a.m., okay? But it's Sunday today, okay? And that happened, and where the real important factor is, I'm glad it happened that way. Let me tell you about this, okay? Let me tell you. Bill Pryor in 2004, not medical up to 2012. And it certainly is. It's civil rights being violated. Look it up. I had meant to slip that in. That review I just did. It's 12/2011. It's a civil rights violation. Big time. I'm going to tell you now, it's just maybe challenging to prove. I have no idea what they concocted. When I mentioned psychological malpractice with a human studies professor, I've been injured. Injured. You're going to understand the basis. An absolute 100% survival. One final chance. I'm not going to let go of what's true. From 1967 through 2004. Okay, now you're understanding things a little bit better. Predatory medical, the most serious forms of boundary violations. It's very hard to prove. And I'm never going to have that taken away from me. I have 1 week. I lose everything. Electricity, phone, everything's gone. I'm completely, it only took 8 years. Never should have happened. One phone call. I've been at this down here since 2012. Criminals. Outright criminal. I would never believe I'm saying that about professional management services. The most serious boundary violations. As honest as I can be. It's all medical, but none of it is. Injured. Let me mention, okay, that 2000, look at it. Look at it. I'm going to do this one more time, okay? Let me show you this. These are going to be slipped in by date. Look at that again. That's me. That's me. That's me for well over 30 years. That's me. Bursting with success. Yes. Most successful business leaders, yes. Bring it out to Birmingham. It's all schizophrenia. You got the hit there? How powerful these special interests are. Medical, completely out of control. Nobody listens. All they know is that now you're getting a feeling here. And that's what I'm about to share with you. The incorporated norm of Birmingham. But let me go just a little bit further here, okay? I am at the point that me losing everything has nothing to do with medical in any manner. It has to do with a civil rights violation. Powerful. A human studies professor. Is that human studies professor and a deputy commissioner takes away what's true about 40 years of my life? I wouldn't believe it. One single phone call. I'm still at it down here, but I'm learning about a completely different incorporated norm. I'd like to share with you. I do go beyond 50-50. Absolutely. I will go well beyond 50-50 in the healthiest context. Over 30 years, Deerfield, age 7, all of that can be taken away. It's powerful. Down to your knees. They'll bring you down to your knees. I keep saying that over and over again. That is not help. And I am being honest. Well on the way. Well on the way of proving medical records have been falsified. Psychological malpractice. There are no medical records. They've been tampered with by a top deputy related to performance and a human studies professor, but the incorporated norm of Birmingham. United Way. I would never have to question the United Way. And what I understand over 40 years. Only the highest level of honesty, integrity, the healthiest context. Not one bit of that matters out here. Anything about what I can prove is over a 30-year history is gone in 8 years. The most powerful medical special interest. That's not help. In 1 week, I'm losing everything thanks to all the help. Yes, yes. I'll be fully accountable and thoroughly honest about everything. Always. I've had an extremely rewarding experience in life. All of those thousands of reference points in a couple of words, a couple of paragraphs, were truly gifted. Most fortunate. Now you're getting a feel of why I'm doing this chronologically. See, it's challenging. I'm doing this as a rough draft. I am going crazy right now that I will have one final single chance in a week. I'm backing up my computer files. I cannot lose the evidence. It's going to be very time consuming to retrieve it, but at least I'll still have it. Everything, it will be gone. I am thinking, not psychological. You're going to know the basis behind it. Yes, that was that significant to Bill Pryor to be up to 6:30 in the morning. Absolutely. Civil rights violation. Now you understand the whole thing, what happened between 2004 and 2012, and I'm probably someone who can prove psychological malpractice. I am not involved in any manner with anything medical. I'm all up for individual counseling, though. By what I've seen out here, I don't ever want to hear about medical, ever. And that's all it is. It will bring you right down to your knees. I only got approximately 4 hours of sleep. I'm going to be glad tonight I'll be asleep by 9 o'clock again. I'll be up by 5. I'm going to make a little decision change here. I had my mind set. Over the next week, I back up all of these computer files and get ready for all my personal belongings to be donated. Okay? I've made that decision right off the bat. And you know what I'm going to do? Thank God I've got a psychologist and the truth about the 30 years. We're going to change that a little bit. I am working a career far from my potential. Okay, as I do not want to harm Robert, no matter. I've mentioned it. I don't want to harm the guy. Did he stalk me? The truth is going to come out there. I don't want to harm him, no matter how much. $70,000. Stalking. I'm going to give it one last shot this week. Career. One last chance. Been going on since 2009, 2004. None of that's medical. I'm documenting it for you so you understand me. I'm doing this as a rough draft. Okay. You may not understand everything by the words that I say. But when I woke up this morning, the first thing I'm thinking of, when I got to sleep last night, Bill Pryor, civil rights violation, psychological malpractice, false, yes, it's 2004. That's the truth. I'm going to have to make a decision here. I already made my mind up. I'm letting go of everything. Every bit of it. I was going to drive my truck up north. Okay? The plates are expired. And simply walk in. Severely injured. Pick up the pieces. Wouldn't take very much either. To be back to what's been true for over 30 years of my life. I'm going to modify this. It was in my sleep. I've only had about 4 hours of sleep. I'm going to add on Monday, I'm going to give it one last chance as far as my career I'm working right now. Yes, far from optimum. Certainly could use a proofreader. There is a realistic market. I've seen people without any question make $8,000 very quickly. There is tremendous potential. I chose something where there is a realistic market. It's far from my true operating potential. It's not consistent with the experience that I have. Let me take a look here. Okay, 12 minutes. I'm going to update this and then get back to share more about the Incorporated Norm of Birmingham. I have gained lots of experience, and I'm going to teach you something which you'd never believe. Believe it. I do know how to create success in what I've always experienced as a perfectly healthy economy. That's what I know. It's Chicagoland North Shore. I'm going to share with you a little bit about that. Okay? Do I do it now? Not yet. On Monday, instead of backing up all of these computer files and donating everything that I own and prepare for the following Monday, to go right back up what's been true for over 30 years of my life is an absolute survival after being severely injured. I'm choosing Monday to continue on with my career. That means something's going to have to give. Do I leave the truck down here and all my personal belongings when the lights go out and there's no way out of it? I've lost everything. None of that's medical. See, you're starting to understand the basis behind that. See that civil rights violation? Okay, one phone call. I keep repeating that over and over again. Yes, one single phone call. I've been at it since 2012. I need help. It's not medical. Now, I'm going to do everything in my power to nearly miss all the help. I can't find it. A helping hand of the United Way, predatory medical. Oh man, I cannot wait to share in these next You know, I'm going to do one per month. It is going to be close. It will be close. 2012. I will not have the files to make reference points. So I'm just, you know, run it down. I made you some very short ones, lengthy ones. Let's look at where I am right now on Sunday. I'm making the goal on Monday. I'm continuing with the career. By skin of my teeth. Telling you. The money and materialism absolutely makes no difference. Tell that to someone who's had $200,000 wiped out down here in 8 years invested in corruption. I am an interesting one. I do build on curiosity. Anybody, I hope that does not become a factor of psychology. I'm very genuine. I'm being who I am for over 30 years, 40 years. I've been severely injured. I think what I've disclosed to you now that you do understand in 2004, I didn't injure myself. Maybe that's why I was up so late. It was that important. I did not injure myself. I'm naive. I continue to grow the rest of my life as I gain more experience. I have not injured myself. Bring you down to your knees. Wait until you understand a little bit more about Birmingham. I'm going to tell you. It's not help. It's all medical. Completely psychology out of control on steroids. I know I'm skipping all over the place. Certainly, I am giving you in context chronologically so you know the time ranges. I'm doing the best I can. See, all those thousands of experience or hundreds or could just be a couple of words, couple of sentences, couple of paragraphs. Thank you for getting to know me. You know, let me tell you this. If I do something here which is going to be very radical to an extreme degree, as one final, please forgive me. Unheard of from someone with a background to be pushed into absolute survival. One. That's all I'll have. It sure wouldn't take much. I'm going to disclose that very soon. It would take almost nothing. None of it would be medical. Are you kidding me? As an absolute last resort, getting myself out of a situation, that's what I'm about to share with you. A different incorporated norm. Birmingham. I'm able to discern that. I know the difference between the two. Most serious boundary violations. I think you're getting a feel now. You're getting to know me. Thank you. You got all of it there. 1960. I'm about to teach you something that would be very hard to believe. I think you understand now what happened in 2004 forward. I didn't injure myself. Always responsible for my actions. Always. Who else do I have? 50-50 head-on, relating to the healthiest context. That's all I know. And that's true only the highest level of honesty. You're getting to know me very well. I do thank you for severely injured. Not medical, though. Good. Thank you. I understand I have to be psychologically a very healthy person to do this. It is a rough draft. And I'll do it till the absolute final chance that I have, and you'll know very well what I'm going for. You're going to fully understand the basis behind it. Yes. I'm sure my actions speak for themselves. I absolutely promise you, I am being thoroughly honest with you. There's absolutely no truth down here. It's a completely different incorporated norm. Anyhow, I got a long day ahead of me here, and I'm going to start going into 2012. I've got 1 week left here. Tremendous amount of harm. It's harm. Injury. You're going to understand the whole basis up to why I would do something like that. Absolutely none of it is medical. It's all success. It's going to be success. I may need a hand. But you're going to see someone that if you look at what I've reviewed here now, in about a week span, because I'm going to keep doing this, I understand it's very healthy what I'm doing. It's me disclosing who I am. You don't have to try to figure me out. Not disorders. None of it is. I have no history of disorders. None. Not perfect. I'm human. I'm prone. No history of even disorders or personality issues. I'm going to fully disclose everything right up to that day if it's absolute one final chance of survival. And it will not be in Birmingham. And this is a very good conclusion for today. Okay? Because that might be a good topic for the rest of this week. I got to allow myself to dream a little bit and give it a thought. I will be sharing a lot of context with you here. I'm going to teach you a lot of something that you'll never believe. And you're going to believe it after you get to know me a whole lot better. I'm most interesting. A higher level of growth and maturity than most people achieve in their lifetime by psychiatrists in Lake Forest. Psychologists checking you inside out. Do you know what all of that is in Birmingham? It's not a misunderstanding. A fully incorporated norm, as I mentioned, it will bring you down to your knees. Not obsessions or compulsions, as I keep repeating, emphasizing. Very good reason. Run it by anyone who looks at my actions and the substance I'm talking about. I understand, as I have listened to some of what I've reviewed, it is hard to understand. It needs further clarification. Maybe that's what I'm going for. It is not an obsession, not a compulsion. I'm human. Very stable. I'll guarantee you, if I got one last chance, you're going to find someone who's incredibly stable. You're also going to see that what I share with you is not medical in any manner, but that's all it is. I know nothing about success of a normal, healthiest context, what I've only experienced for over 30 years. Absolutely, it could be all gone. Welcome to Birmingham. Might be a good time to show you where I'm living. It's an upper neighborhood for Birmingham. I've only got a few seconds left on this video. Okay? I got a fantastic property manager. I've been a very good experience. This would be good. Let me do this. This is a good time. She is wonderful. I gotta say, I'm one of her best tenants. It's obvious. I am one of her very best tenants. Never, not one single time. Nothing. All the neighbors. I'm a very high quality individual. Very high quality. I'm very real, very, very genuine. I'm very well adjusted. So this might be a good time to let you know a little bit more about where I'm living here. I think I'm going to do that as the first month of 2012. Okay? I think I'm going to do that. I got 1 week left. You're going to know me like the back of your hand. To make it into a story, I need some help. This high quality substance, it's also, thank you. Thank you very much for getting to know me. Let me include a crown. It'll be out of, it's going to be, I got out here in 2004. Here, I've been living here. Let me show you where I'm living and describe a little bit about the neighborhood. Thank you. I think I'm going to do that today. Thank you. Next update, I'm going to do the first in 2012, and I'll explain exactly the time range again. I can't thank you enough. If I've been brought down, or I've been severely injured, pick up the pieces. Wouldn't take much. That I'll be at the mercy, though. God only knows what's the legal aspects. I don't want to have anything to do with stuff. Would never want to have anything to do with it. Run it by anyone who looks at my actions. Okay? That's what matters. Emphasis, clarification, thousands of reference points, a couple of sentences, even just words. A couple of words can retrieve a couple of thousand. In its proper context, we are most gifted. That's all I know. Thank you. Thank you for getting to know me. And your time. It's very valuable. Of course. The truth absolutely will come out. At least with me it will. I don't know how many people are not nearly as fortunate, though. Thank you. Only thy Creator. I don't even go to church. Thank you. Now you get to know me.